Hey everybody, welcome to group break number 581. Wow, we're almost at 600. It is the final half of that SP Authentic mixer between 2021 and 2425. So 4 boxes each. Here are your teams. Again, this is on Whatnot as a $1 start. There we go. Good luck. Let's start off with 2021. And let's see how this performs. No, it's going to take a little bit to get set up there, so. But have a meeting. That's actually what the meeting's about later today, so. There we go. Not that box number matters because the product's out of its kind of like compensation period if we were missing autographs. That is one thing that is unfortunately common with this SP Authentic, is that sometimes you can be missing autos in a box. But hopefully that is not the case here. So we're gonna rip and stack each half here. And then for 2425 SP Authentic, we'll rip and stack. I need to remember what side it is. But there's one side that essentially has the autos and one side that doesn't. But yeah, these the old school, sometimes decoy, sometimes not a decoy packs, not a fan of. You know what? Sometimes SPA will love you though. You never know. You never know when the time strikes. It'll hate you until it loves you, and then you'll always love the product, so. Here we go. O'Reilly for the Blues. Keith Yandel for the Panthers on the retro. Celebrated moments of Klingberg from the Winter Classic for Dallas. True Leaders, Anders Lee for the Islanders. Cale Makar for the Avs on the retro. And a red of Nick Suzuki for the Habs. So there's the first half. Michael, I can, if there's a specific base card that you're looking for, I can try. I can't guarantee it just due to the amount of time it takes to go through all the bases, especially multi-products. Okay. Yeah, I'll try and top up your package so like as close as I can get to shipping type of thing. So yeah, no, sounds good. I'll try and remember. I'll make a note of it, and just no 100% promises is the only thing. So can't even hit base. Yeah, that's rough. Joe Thornton for the Sharks, right? That's still got to be the Sharks. Yeah, that's old enough to be the Sharks. Oh, this decoy's got. Oh no, they all have that mark on the top. J-Man Rinsek for the Flyers. Klingberg for the Stars on the True Leaders, and a Pedersen top performers for the Canucks. Olofsson for the Sabres. And Pedersen for the Canucks on the red. All right. Show me a patch. Nope. Show me a patch. This can't be a patch. That's one thing I really, again, I cannot stress enough how much I don't miss that. Nice. Yeah, having the full shoe boxes of cards to go through is so nice. I need to work on making a kid-friendly section of cards. I hope PD bounces back. I think he will, because I don't think he's injured anymore. And like he can get a full off-season training in. I think people don't understand how much a good off-season matters at the NHL level. All right, here we go. For the Colorado Avalanche, Philip Grubauer. I remember when Grubauer was like somewhat sought after. Pepperidge Farm remembers. All right, Grubauer autograph, which means the next card should be a Future Watch autograph. Andre Miller for the Rangers. That's a nice one. Nice one for the Rangers. To 999. Michael. There you go. Nice little Andre Miller. I think he's going to do well in Carolina. Ooh, oh, Mystic Black autograph. Josh Bailey for the Islanders. These were really short print back in the day. Bailey for the Islanders. Ferris. That's a nice looking card. There we go. I love the Mystic Black autographs. Are so nice. And is he the best player? No, but he was still a solid like top 6 NHL forward for a decent chunk of time. We'll take a 3 auto box too. Like that's a pretty good 3 auto box. All relevant players at some point in their careers. Spectrum of Stamkos for the Bolts. Oh, not the Tampa train again. Oh, we got a double Dallas pack. Pavelski and Sagan to 100 on the insert. And then I'm just going to finish this off. Yanni Gourde for the Bolts. Sagan to 100 there. Little double Dallas pack. Oh man, that's a really bad dad joke. All right, spa time again. New spa. New spa. Oh, Bray, who did you get? Congrats on the poll. Noah Phillip? I mean, hey, it's a 1/1 Outburst Gold Young Gun. Like, who cares? It's still really cool. Nice pull. Unfortunately, he's like probably the it's like the worst guy on the checklist, but you're still like absolutely overwhelmed because it's like, yeah, that's a really cool card and it's got lots of value to it. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good deal both ways, man. We got a patch. I don't know why I opened up the good side first, but oh. I'm not sure on that. I know the Marner from Extended's been hit, but that's the extent of it. This has been a quiet 24-25 case. So we're 5 for the Leafs, Sider for the Red Wings, Giles for the Panthers. Barzell for the Islanders, Tavares for the Leafs, Larkin for the Red Wings. Oh yeah, and Harley was a good one too, eh? Del Mastro, Lane Hudson on the pageantry. That's its own little pile here. And Steinberg for the Avs. I don't know why this is upside down, but Emil Lilleberg, that's just a regular base, but Emil Lilleberg for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a beautiful patch. Beautiful patch, nice-ish autograph. Okay player. We take it. Nice for Tampa Bay. What is with this mix in Tampa Bay, though, man? Kreider for the Rangers and Beniers for the Kraken. And what is with this break in Tampa Bay? Gonsalves, the local kid. He's local to me. Yeah. Tampa Bay is one of those teams in this that like you just kind of gotta You gotta run it out with Othman and Zuber, Utah. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything in here, but hey, we'll take a patch auto. Nice. Oh man, that's a sick box. Yeah, Busy, I remember that one. I also pulled you the Bedard short print. You went like 3 straight show breaks with absolutely insane pulls. Yeah, sometimes you just get loaded boxes from Series 2 and Series 1. I honestly feel like you actually more likely to get, when you have a really good box, it's like absolutely insane. Which is fine. All right. McLean for the Islanders on the Spectrum. Dean for the Blues. Lindgren for the Capitals. And speed up this half. Shesterkin for the Rangers. Bedard for the Blackhawks. Thomas for the Kings. Cole Perfetti. $2.99 from the Jets. Gonçalves Byfield. Not necessarily, but likely. Oh. Andre Lee, $2.99 for the Kings. That's 2 out of 99. This is a really good box. McKinnon, Rantanen for the Avs, Stützle red, Kolosov for the Flyers. And then a Zellweger, a Kemper, and a Tkachuk. That of the Matthew varieties on the Tkachuk. That was a really good box. Patch auto, 2 out of 99s. Decent. I'd say Gonçalves is a decent Future Watch autograph. I know people probably aren't high on him yet, but he's fine. But I'd still say that Series 1, 2020-21 one, because Miller's a better Future Watch autograph, and the black beats a patch for me. It's close, but I'll give the edge to this Spa. So it's 1-0 again. I think we ended it in a tie. There we go. Oh, 05 on the box number. Here we go. Let's do the rip and stack. What time are we looking at here? We're looking at 11. I think I'll have time for personal boxes after, but that's going to be about it. So I got to go make myself some lunch, because otherwise it'll be like 2:30 before I eat, like 2 o'clock before I eat, something like that. No, probably 2:30. And I'm hungry. I've been up. Vector cereal only lasts so long, man. But let's get some good stuff here. Hart on the red. O'Reilly again for the Blues. That's the one thing I noticed, is that this is very like consistent. Crosby, what am I cooking up for lunch? Probably, I actually don't know. That's a really good question. Pasta for the Bruins. I was gonna say probably like chicken tacos, but I don't think I have tortillas. So Bailey for the Islanders. Pekka Rinne for the Predators on the first career goal. Make sure I didn't miss anything there. I don't think I did, but nice. You don't do bird, yeah. The hack is an air fryer. If you want the hack, air fryer like breaded chicken burgers, cut them in half for chicken tacos. Very, very good. But I got some coleslaw I need to eat up, so. My mic seems like it's peaking a lot today. Hang on 1 second. Let me turn this down slightly. I didn't really notice that until just now, but sorry if it's been peaking a little bit. No, it's still... Hang on. Where is the gain on this? There we go. That's probably better. Turn the gain down. Oh, yeah, those are good. Is it arancini? The, like, cheese rice, the, like, fried cheese rice balls? Those are a weak point for me, man. Foligno for the Blue Jackets. Palmieri for the Devils. Stahl for the Hurricanes of the Jordan variety. Timmy Stützle for the Senators on the celebrated moments for his debut. Philip Grubauer for the Avs. And John Tavares, Pajama Boy, true leaders. That he is. Be sick to get a 2-patch spa case. How's everyone liking this year's SP Authentic? I talked to a few people about it, and for the most part, the general consensus seems to be everyone likes it better than the past few years, but curious. Peanut butter and jelly M&Ms, man, they'll put anything in M&Ms, man. It's like Oreos. Yeah. Honestly, I still think they don't need the horizontal Future Watch autographs, but that's me. McDavid on the celebrated moments. Too bad that wasn't our autograph. Dustin Brown for the Kings. McKinnon on the red for the Avs. Yes, Stanky's probably a little bit sore. Oh, for the Boston Bruins, sign of the time duels, Ray Bourque and Cam Neely to 25 straight vintage. That's a beauty. I believe that is an update. Yes. But I do not think we care. Well, that's going to be tough to top for hit of the break because, like, you know, both of them are really good. Hang on, I need to sort the numbers and the autographs out. This needs to go centered. Vertical sign of the times, but what a hit there. And Philip Kurashev on the Future Watch autograph for Chicago. That's a good one. Like, the thing you got to remember about old Future Watch autographs, anytime you go like a couple years, if you get a player that's still actively playing, it's a good one. If they're playing with Connor Bedard sometimes, you know, never know. And Artem Zub on the Spectrum Future Watch. What a box. What a box. Good Future Watch. Sick retro dual sign of the times. I realize I'm far away from my mic, so you can probably barely hear me, but there we go. All right. Yeah, vertical sign of the times would actually be interesting. I think the horizontals are fine. I think that they can shrink them down even a little bit more. Like, I think if you were to make those $3.99 for like scrubs and $9.99 for good players, or like not $9.99, $1.99 for good players, then it'd be fine. All right, this is the autograph side, so we rip this side first. Well, this has to beat that Bourque and Neely, which is pretty tough to do. But man, what a little front row here already, and we're just 3 boxes in. Like, if this was the end of the break and that was our top row, I'd be like, yeah, that was a pretty solid break. Nothing major. Oh no, okay, one major card. Miller's also pretty good. But like, you know, just good. We like when products are just good. Spectrum, Kovalenko for the Avs. Quinn Hughes, Robertson, Canucks Stars. Caulfield for the Habs. Crosby for the Penguins. And Bussy for the Bruins. Here's our first green. Ethan Del Mastro for Chicago. to 199. Colangelo Erson. Yeah, that's the one thing with that. Panini did that way back in the day. Thomas and Kairu, Cooley on the red. Celebrini. This is our first time pulling a Celebrini red, which is nice. Cooley for the Flames. Larkin and Trevor Moore for the Kings. Nice first Celebrini red that we've pulled. Actually, I think first Celebrini anything that we've pulled in this set. I will say it looks like they tried to print this very early on, just based off of like that. Yeah, the social media cards were, I think, cooler back when social media was like newish. Nowadays, it's like, eh. Yep, I can do that after I get this row done. Actually, you know what? We can just do that now. There we go. Philip Kurashev. There you go. No problem. All right. Well, I doubt we'll get another patch. If we do get another patch, it could be sick, but... Alright. Alright. Zellweger for the Ducks, Swayman for the Bruins, Musil for the Devils. Passa for the Bruins, Kopp for the Red Wings, Aho for the Hurricanes. Brazeau for the Bruins, Bjorkstrand for the Kraken, Will Smith on the red. It's kind of funny that they're in the same box together. There, San Jose, you're not going home empty-handed. We got, oh, that's a curated probably. Curated signatures for the Penguins, Tristan Jarry. Yeah, I mean, not who you want to see, but at least he's look clean. Why did this song just play again? That's really weird. It's on shuffle and it just decides to shuffle again from being at the start. Marchand, Pasta, Marchessault. Future watch time. It's horizontal. It's horizontal. It looks like a goalie. Wallstedt? Jesper Wallstedt on the horizontal Future Watch autograph for Minnesota to $5.99. Let's go. I'm a big Jesper Wallstedt believer. I think that is a hold. Maverick Bork and Isaiah George. I mean... Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to beat a Bork Neely dual autograph very often, so... I'm just going to go ahead and move some of the inserts up here. 1 second. There we go. O'Reilly can go on top. Yeah, that was definitely a goalie box. Man, I honestly, one set that I miss is in the game between the pipes. Okay, if there's one card manufacturer I would bring back to hockey cards, it'd be Old School in the Game. That was like... That stuff wasn't licensed, but it was good. Busy, you can rewatch later. I will upload it to our usual YouTube channel for breaks. Oh, I think I forgot to make last week's live, but I'll do that. And then also, if you go to view receipt, Ferris. So anything that's not a standard base card, so like this entire stack. So for example, like this True Leaders of O'Reilly would get shipped. As long as it's just not like plain standard base, it gets shipped. But yeah, Busy, also, if you go into your receipts on here, there should be like a video receipt that you can watch back from too. We don't ship base cards by default. So yeah, we don't ship base cards by default. No, I did not stop by the Langley card show, unfortunately. So, because most people don't like base cards by default, so that's why we go like that. Because as someone who, well, at least most people getting into breaks aren't fans of getting a ton of base cards, right? So, and it just takes time, and it honestly probably have to increase the price of the breaks and stuff a little bit. So. Like, I'll still send you all your inserts and stuff, because, you know, they're inserts, but... Here we go. Oh, well. There's our autograph. Matthews for the Leafs. Malkin for the Penguins. Giordano for the Flames. Carter Hart on the Sign of the Times. That's definitely a card. For the Flyers. Could be a 3-auto box then. No, probably not. Brisebois on the Retro Future Watch to $3.99. Brisebois. Longest tenured Canuck, technically. Calder Cup champion, too. This is an update, yeah. No, just 2-auto box. Spectrum of Kiefer Bellows. Yeah, it was. It's one of those just like... I wonder how long it'll take the NHL to allow them to play again type of thing, but... There's also just a general, like, the amount of information from the case that even just, like, even if it wasn't deemed illegal by the judge, it's just, like, kind of gross. So, I don't know why. That's an awkward laugh more than anything. Because, yeah. Alright. Next half. Ovechkin on the True Leaders. Dubois for the Jets. That's every Winnipeg fan's favorite player. Mantha for the Red Wings. Celebrate moments. A Braden Point for the Bolts. Rasmus Dahlin for Buffalo. And Matt Sundin on the top performers for the Leafs. So, well, unfortunately, our autos in this box weren't good. Technically, that Hart's like a rare pull, because those Decade Sign of the Times are typically tough to pull, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's like 1 in 864 packs, but it's still like, eh. Oof. Yeah. See what he, be like, oh. Yeah, that's fair. Spectrum of Barzell for the Islanders. Islanders have been somewhat solid. Point for the Bolts. Zuccarello for the Wild. Ryan Suter for the Wild. Brady Tkachuk for the Senators. And Bowen Byram for the Avs. I don't think the Oilers will, so... I honestly, given that some of those players were like, before things were public, were somewhat, like Formanton, for example, the fact he wasn't signed early, I think there's going to be at least a little bit, but man, it's so tough and to tell. Because, like, sports are so weird in the sense that teams will overlook literally anything if a player is good. So. But, yeah. Just treat people respectfully and you'll be fine in life. Yeah, Mitchkov would be sick. I want to hit a top Future Watch autograph from like one of the top 3. We haven't hit any of the top 3 yet. From 24-25. 2020-21, we hit all of them. Actually, the only one we hadn't hit, I think, Celebrini, Smith, and Mitchkov would be the top 3. In my opinion. At least right now, so. Well, of course, he's all over. Denisenko update. Oh, Hudson. How do I forget Hudson? Dude. I always forget him. Yeah, no, Hudson up there too. I just like mentally blanked thinking of like Series 2 for some reason. No, Hudson's definitely up there. Michael Eck got muted, but yeah. Matthews, Cooley. I think Hudson's fine. I think his value should stay similar, but Ovechkin, Dean, and Ogren. Ovechkin on the spectrum. So, but yeah. Honestly, player-wise, Ogren for the Wild to 399. Stankova and Hughes. I'd be, and then Rutger McGroarty to 399. Couple nice blues there. Robertson, Hintz, Nazar, Fedotov. Hallinan, Ovechkin, and Jarvis. Player-wise, oh, that's tough. I really like Will Smith's game, and I think like getting a center, they're both very good. It's just market-wise, Hudson's going to outsell him. Hey, look, I hated Sidney Crosby when I was a kid because he didn't show up to the top prospects game in Vancouver. And I held that grudge for a long time. There's nothing more indicative of being like a real true hockey fan. Even after he scored the golden goal, it's like, okay, I guess I can accept you. But it still was like, eh. I was still Team Ovechkin until about like 5 years ago or so. And it's like, oh, you know what? Crosby's actually fine. It's probably his dad and his team holding him back. Zibanejad and Kreider for the Rangers. Kachuk, Arshdeep Baines for the Canucks. Draisaitl, Joshua Waugh, Lafreniere. Nadeau for the Hurricanes, Krasinski, and Hallinan. A sign of the times. Niels Höglander for the Canucks. Marchand. I can never ever. I guess I shouldn't say I could never ever cheer for him, but like Scheifele, Connor, Norris. 2011 did some stuff, man. All right, we got red. Albert Johansson for the Red Wings. Is it? I keep on forgetting if he's Johansson or Johansson, but when he's in Team Canada colors, it's like more Jackson Blake and Akuratu. When he's in Team Canada colors, it's more like, yay. But like, it's like Evander Kane on the Canucks. It'll be like, yay. Man, what box is better there? Honestly, 24-25 was just better. Two NHLers. Marchand now is a lot better, but Marchand in 2010-11 was legitimately Rafi Torres levels of awful. Like, I think a lot of Marchand's later career has, like, he's cleaned up his game a lot, which kudos to him. But, like, he was one of the dirtiest players early on in his career. And I think he's lucky that he's been this good. So, for this long, because it definitely erased a lot of his doubts. Dude, I can't believe Lucic got signed to PTO. That to me is wild. This is the autograph side, isn't it? Well, whatever. We're ripping it. Forsberg, Kaprizov, Cormier. McDavid on the green maximum performance. Fetch and Kucherov. Barzell, Doan, and Delbel Belus. Yeah, that's very fair. There are players that you don't want to ever be on your team. Telemetry for the Flyers, Konechny. Well, it's not Michkov, but I think you can live with a Konechny auto. Now, Konechny's one of those players. Konechny is like the chaoticness that I'd want in a Brad Marchand type player. Malatesta and Swayman. It's a red Future Watch. Flames. They always hit, man. They always hit. They always hit. Klapka. At least he's got a really nice autograph, and there's some potential there. Matthews Marner, Slaggert for Chicago. Well, that was a really, like, not great master case SP Authentic. I guess we got the Geeky inscribed and, like, the Stanky and a Bork, but, like, those are the top three cards. There's an Ogren out of 199 horizontal Future Watch autograph in there, but, like, nothing. Like, it was kind of quiet, that entire master. I was expecting something pretty big today from it. This is arguably the worst master case I've seen. Wallstedt on the level 2. Nazar Bedard. Jason Robertson, Kucherov, and Zach Dean. Blue of, hey, Will Smith blue. All right. Things are coming up for the Sharks. That was the last box of this year. Yeah, in order, it's probably, like, in terms of player types and, like, value, I'd go Celebrini, Hudson. Celebrini, Hudson. Oh man, probably Michkov, Smith, and Stanky. Yeah. Lambert, Peltier. I think Brad Nadeau's might end up shocking people, but Delmasho for Chicago, Kucherov, and Blomqvist. Good question. I need to double check on what they go for in store. Suzuki, Caulfield, Hughes, and Korchinski. I want to say we were 245. Off the top of my head, but yeah. Nadeau and Blake are going to be very good for a very long time, I think. yeah. I think we're 245 because it got tariffed a little bit, so we had to, well, tariffed, but in general. That's the good thing about Team Canada Juniors is that it was printed in Canada. Just like Flagship. Flagship's always really nice because it comes from Italy, so you don't have to worry about the everything. Last box, yeah. Who will have the better class 23-24 or 24-25? Depth-wise, I think 24-25 is going to have more top-of-the-lineup contributors, but I still think that Connor Bedard will probably end up as the best player. It's tough, though, because Chicago's such a, like, negative space. We're definitely... There's going to be Four Nation stuffs in a bunch of different products upcoming. I was looking at sell sheets, and they're kind of leveraging it across a whole bunch of different sets. So, like, don't be shocked if it's an SP game use. Like, they do specific Four Nation stuff for that. I don't think they're going to do a specific Four Nation set, but they're going to do it throughout the year. Okay. But yeah, like, I think Bedard will net out better than Like, he should, in theory, net out better than Celebrini. Celebrini just... I think Celebrini was slept on, and so there's a bit of, like... I don't know, overcorrection to his performance this year. Because, you know, but yeah. Okay. The 2016 World Cup of Hockey with Team North America. Team North America versus Sweden was the best All-Star game of all time. But, yeah, I think I like a lot of the 23-24 rookies. I just think that 24-25 is going to have more top-of-the-lineup guys. So it's tough. It depends what you're looking for. Klingberg for the Stars. Like, I think Zach Benson's going to be better than what people realize. Tom Wilson for the Capitals. But he's also in Buffalo. So Price for the Habs. Sign of the Times retro for the Colorado Avalanche. Byram. See, I don't think Bedard was too hyped up. I think Chicago's just that bad. Nice Byram, sign of the times. That's the rookie year too, so that is like recapable. Yeah, that's fair. Future Watch autograph, Mikey Anderson. You know what? Good one for the Kings. Good one for the Kings. Big Mikey Anderson fan, actually. Hobby value probably isn't there, but yeah, no. Oh man, Olio Levy for the Canucks on the Spectrum. Oh, beautiful card. Honestly, his rookie year, Bedard's rookie year was really, really good. I mean this from who he faced, what his role was on the team, and like, because you look at the minutes that he's playing against, he's normally getting hard matched essentially by the top players on the opposite team as an 18-year-old, and he did what he did in that year. That is literally like superstar sicko mode stuff. After that, like, this year was a little bit rougher. But like, again, Chicago was legitimately so bad. Pugs, we can do, I'm gonna stay on a couple minutes for personals if people want to do personal boxes, but yeah. But yeah, I would say that, like, because Celebrini is, are they born the same year too? I think, I can't remember. Hang on 1 second, I want to check this. Oh yeah, like Nathan McKinnon honestly like sucked for his first, not sucked, but wasn't great. Oh no, Bedard is full year older, yeah. Like almost exactly a year older. I thought Celebrini was a late birthday for some reason. Series 2, 24-25. Braden, I have to check. I don't know if we have any left. Here, at least. At the store, we have some, but check for the Senators so I can get some, but it won't be today. Heiskin for the Stars, and Korshkov, sorry. Igor Korshkov to $9.99 for the Leafs. I'd still take Bedard over McKenna. I think McKenna's sick. I don't know. It's tough, right? Kachuk for the Flames because his first 2 years in the NHL were so bad. Jordan Staal for the Hurricanes, and I think Chicago actually like harmed his development. Kopitar for the Kings, but laugh for the Rangers on the celebrated moments. So that's a tough one. I honestly don't know what to answer there. It's gonna depend on what team McKenna goes to, honestly. It's the same thing with like Lafreniere and Byfield. I think both of them would have been better. Like Stützle went to the perfect spot in Ottawa because they needed a guy to just like they just said go play, figure it out a little bit. So but I think whoever went in that spot to them, like whether it's Laff or Byfield or Stützle, would be performing the best out of all of them, kind of similar to what it is now, just because Laff was really misdeveloped in New York from a not quite the same way as Bedard, but from a like wasn't used at all, like was used and forced into a third liner role. Giordano for the Flames, so he like didn't get to develop his skills a ton, right? And that matters a lot. Yossi for the Predators, Jones for Columbus, Joe Thornton for the Sharks. So same thing with Byfield, right? Like he didn't really get the runway. Drouin for the Habs to make mistakes and learn from them. Barkov for the Panthers, and that is the break. So yeah, it's tough, right? Like you can evaluate rookies all you want. You're gonna get some wrong. You're gonna get some right. But the thing that a lot of people don't look at enough, in my opinion, is the team that they're going to, because the team that a player goes to matters so much. So, all right, recap time here. I don't think there's anything major in the numbered section. Some of our cooler autographs. You got the Byram retro sign of the times. These are pretty cool. Smith to 399. Smith again. Celebrini. Mikey Anderson, Klapka, Konechny Telemetry, Albert Johansson, Niels Höglander, Jesper Wallstedt. Really big fan of that one, actually. Yari, Kurashev's a nice one. Gonsalves isn't bad. Grubauer's not a good goalie anymore. Ace, we still have to ship stuff out to you, so just for like simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna ship it out to you, because otherwise it just gets really confusing on my end. So yeah, Miller on the Future Watch autograph, nice one there. Bailey for the Islanders on the Mystic Black. Lilleberg Future Watch patch autograph, and then Bork and Neely on the Sign of the Times to 25. Cascadia, it's with the Denisenko. So all right, that is group break 581.